Medicated here with 210 Platoon, 210 Recordings at Alamo Vapor Studios for another episode of After Hours, number 31.
What is going on, San Antonio? My name is Shayan, and we are in Alamo Vapor Studios recording episode 31 of After Hours, and got a very special guest. Not like all my other guests are not special, but we got a special guest, Mr. Overly Medicated.
How's it going, everybody?
So, I'm really excited for you to be on the show today because, you know, I listen to a lot of electronic music, and I was shooting an event where we first met.
Yes.
You know, and I was really digging what you were putting out, and then I did some more research on you in a way.
Yeah.
And I saw all your productions, things like that. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. It's good to, get feedback. It's one of the biggest things. Like, as a, upcoming producer and stuff, is getting feedback on your work. So. You have somebody say positive things. It's always a plus.
Well, it's very, what's it called? How do you say it? Very detailed, and it really caught my attention. I was just like, fuck. Like, I've listened to drum and bass in a way before, but I never was just like, oh shit, like, this is really badass, like, and you were that guy.
Oh, well,
so how did it start? How did you get into it? Let's start from the beginning.
Man,
not even specifically drum and bass.
It was the summer of 2000, man. Just had got out of high school. Went to a friend's house. Heard some oots in the background. I'm like, man, what's going on? What's that?
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine, Jason Hochler, aka DJ Proto Hippie, was in the back room DJing there, and I saw that and kind of let me try it out for a minute, and it was like, all right, amateur hours over, we're gonna beat it. Yeah. But when I left there, I was like, man, that's what I want to do, and here I am, 17 years later. It's been a long road. First time for drum and bass, though, didn't fall till 2 years in.
Okay.
I started out playing like UK hard house and tidy tracks kind of stuff.
What was like the artist that inspired you to get into drum and bass?
Oh, Jason, DJ Pro.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a local here with Mixology Entertainment. At that time, they were a collective of group here. I think DJ Boss still runs Mixology here in San Antonio.
Dope.
Yeah, and man, from there, I hung with them for a couple of years. And then I ended up moved with to East Texas, where my sister was, and that's where I first heard drum and bass was from my homeboy Big Ben with Texas Dub, and it was a Bad Company tune. I can't remember the name of the track, but from the moment that it was over.
Gotcha, yeah.
I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah. So from getting into it, so you start like mixing, and then where did the production aspect of it come in?
Production came, kind of early in like 2008.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of like sitting in with my, guys with like Dread Fox from Texas Dub, BMC and all those cats, and would sit in and watch them, and get a little input here and there, and I started working on stuff myself, and kind of was in the closet about it for a while, until started getting the aspect of it, and wasn't until like 2010 when I really decided to push the envelope, and like let's put do this, so, and it's been a really fun roller coaster ride,
Yeah. So how did that transition into Or what's the history of 210 Platoon in that aspect of it?
210 Platoon started for me after I moved back from Denver, and this was 2014, right before turning 15.
Yeah.
And the first D&B Expo is where I got, inducted in, jumped, and
they beat you up with a couple of records in the back.
Yeah, pretty good. I had to battle all of them. And Monks, Mighty Monks, reached out to me, and saw, I guess, potential, or and whatnot, and I'm all about supporting San Antonio, being hometown here, for me, and D&B worldwide at that. But I just want to push the scene here, and get everybody.
And y'all got a really strong group of people too.
Yes, we do, man. Not only here in San Antonio, but everywhere. Globally. We've got a good following. We're trying to keep a positive, mindset for it, and maybe drum and bass, and the whole, EDM world and stuff that, everybody, it is what it is. To me, drum and bass is far more mature as a genre of being, 25 years now. It
has a more redefined,
exactly,
sound to it.
Absolutely, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's the whole spectrum of everything in there.
So as far as like production goes, is drum and bass mostly what you produce, or do you dabble in other genres?
Yeah, absolutely. I make house music. I make 140 breaks, future jungle stuff, dub, reggae, and stuff like that. It does. If it sounds good, then I'm digging it. It doesn't matter. I try to keep an open mind on these genres that come out, and subgenre of this, and to me it's just more of like those are flavors of the core, genres out there, and everybody just needs to just get with the program.
So how do you feel where the scene's at right now, as far as musically?
Oh, with drum and bass?
Well, just in general, with electronic,
music?
Oh,
it's huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These festivals, are massive.
Yeah. That's exactly what they are, massives.
EDC to Ultra to, the stuff that doesn't even make it over here in the States, over there, drum and bass is like EDM here with the size of the crowds, and, it's just... Here, EDM is more of an American blanketed term for, I don't know, electronic dance music, D&B is not EDM.
It's D&B.
It's straight up, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could show you tracks that have absolutely not one electronic sound in it, what I mean? That are, but you wouldn't know the ones that just do good production and the old school tactics and sounds.
And what is your software choice for production?
Man, there's a lot of good options out there. Right now I use Ableton Live 9. I've used Logic before and stuff like that, and I use Massive and a few other tools out there, But Ableton seems to be the one that, I can do a lot more with, and it's linking up with a lot more stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it has its good points and its bad points, and producers everywhere will,
go back and forth.
Just use whatever.
Just put out the music.
Just do your thing.
With your productions and all that, what have you... In releasing them and like marketing them, how has that been?
Man, I sell independently. I run my own independent type label here at 210 Recordings. I can it's like selling independently directly to fans, giving them the option to buy it where they would like, their favorite platform, from iTunes to Spotify to Google, and
isn't that awesome though? Like creating music and being able to distribute it without having other
the
people's
big
hands
guys.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, like BMI and ASCAP and stuff like that, yeah, absolutely. Take back your own content, man. Get a good port. Most of your royalties that you should.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great tools out there to help manage that. And I've started recently taking on label management and distribution solutions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Secure, digitally sending your content with secure, stuff like that. A couple of tools that I use. Stuff like Label Grid, Mike Shoebox with DMB Radio out of Denver, creator of that. It's a great tool for selling your music and managing your operations and stuff like that. And you don't have to change your already distribution service. He pretty much, more than likely, he's already got good relationship built with those people. Mm-hmm. For me, it's automation,
Yeah.
And then for sending your music digitally to the right people, as far as like your tracks, your demos and stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a deal code. It's promo.ly, and it is designed for the receiver. Basically, you open it, and it's a custom background. Real-time feedback on your tracks, because they have to comment in order to download the release,
mm-hmm.
promo and everything, which is great. And you get that in real time, and email campaign status, something like kind of MailChimp style, and you can get real-time analytics going on. And the big kicker is it can track leaks, you know what I mean? And then cap them off, and secure that, stuff for you, because that's a big thing.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah, like DJs, the FTP servers and stuff get hacked and whatever, and then album, stuff leaks out, and that's not great. So,
so with producing and releasing, I don't necessarily know how it works. Do you release like a track, or do you do like a 4-track kind of like not mixtape, but like how does that part work?
For myself, I have tracks that I produce, separate both, one from the other. But generally, on releases, it could be a single, or it could be an EP, or 3, 2 to 5 tracks, and then LP status or something, or compilations. And production, I'll work on my own stuff, and when it's ready, it's ready. And schedule.
And you feel comfortable with it.
And schedule things out, but I also, it's got other releases and other labels that I'm, currently, managing and stuff, and handling their operations and stuff.
Yeah.
And, that
runs you a little thin in a way.
You can,
but you're being busy in an aspect of what you love, so it's awesome.
With 210 Recordings, when you release a track on, that label, the artist gets 100% of its your royalties right when the album goes live, and that's all you. Initially, you pay me for the release, so it would go out to getting on all your platforms and stuff like Beatport, Digital Tunes, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, and whatever, and stuff like that. So you can manage that all at one point, and that's what I've been, working on, trying to push to DJs or any artists for that matter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So how often do you get the opportunity to be able to release something? As like what I'm saying is, how many tracks?
My release schedule right now.
Yeah.
210 Record. We just dropped 2 releases right now from 2 different artists. One's Cryogenic with 210 Platoon, and another one is by a guy, Cool Cat. They're both available at 210recordings.com. From there, label shop, and they're available everywhere there.
I'll put it in the description. 210recording.com or 210platoon.com, right?
No, 210recordings.com, and then 210 Platoon has its own. So but they're all that's us.
Yeah,
definitely. We're San Antonio.
So you also, with your marketing, because you are doing something that I explain to people. So how have you found different sorts of market? what have you been liking the most, whether it's like Facebook Live or Instagram or things like that? Because you really take advantage of these free platforms.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's the whole thing I've based everything off of was, zero budget, using free, organic, and there's really cool ways of doing it. Facebook Live is hands down, I mean, the biggest engaging thing right now. So, and then, as far as posts, scheduling, timing. See when your fans are online the most, and post to there. There's lots of tools that can automate this for you. Hootsuite's a real good one.
Yeah.
Buffer,
I like Hootsuite.
Yeah, Buffer can help post to all those platforms. Use Slack app to manage and work with teams. Even if you're not in the same area.
And you can monetize it really good. Like all your numbers are there and everything like that.
And ultimately, that's. It's out there. You just gotta dig.
Yeah, I mean, and people find it. Like me, like just watching you that one time, then following you, and then like kind of observing what you're doing. I'm like, oh shit, he knows what's up. So, and then that's what also inspired our interview today is coffee and bass.
Yeah, bass and coffee.
Or bass and coffee. So
whichever,
Yeah, sorry for the Wi-Fi, but this week was kind of.
It's okay. You can go back.
Play it back. Yeah, now it's cleaner.
Facebook.com/OverlyMedicated DMV. That's the Facebook page.
So, what inspired you to start doing this series, and how long have you been doing it?
What inspired it was my friend Chris Purcell up in Canyon Lake, Chris P. We were dabbling a lot with live streaming, like Ustream and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he had this idea, bass and coffee kind of thing, and we were trying to do it a little bit, but time to go, and just I on a fluke was like, I don't call this bass and coffee, and it's gonna be Sunday, and like, wow, it's
doing really good.
Yeah, it's doing all right, I think to everybody, it's really you guys, sharing it and engaging and stuff like that. That's the biggest thing,
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun. I mean, we got to do it over here. Check it out. You know what I mean? I'll be giving some quick videos here, in the
little tutorials.
Yeah, little quick topics of for the week or something. It might be a really quick little Facebook Live video that won't be longer than 15 minutes. Because the average attention span is about maybe 18 minutes, 20 minutes at the most. So
depends on the content in a way, So, and it's crazy because they have different numbers for different styles, for attention spans and stuff.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like 3-second views, 10-second views, stuff like that. And Facebook, they want to keep you right inside of Facebook.
Yeah. Well, they're making it that one-stop shop, in a way, and they're taking bits and people get hate, but it's business. They're integrating with. A bunch of different styles of social media. And it's really cool, because I've always been a big, advocate for Facebook. I really love it.
I hate it.
You're
Absolutely.
I feel like if you make a following on Facebook, it's more true than getting a following on Instagram or Twitter, just because there's a lot of fake. It's easier for people to get fake numbers with those two platforms.
Yeah, don't pay for Facebook likes, period.
Yeah.
No, because they're fake still. I mean, the engagement is no worse. What we did was I got with 5 other individuals across the globe, and there's a cool Chrome extension that you can get that invites, or likes everybody to your page, and on what I do is we got together and kind of timed it out. They got a friends list of 4,000 or 5,000 friends. Mm-hmm. Well, we would do one in the evening and one in the morning or whatever, and that person would invite his friends list to like my page, and then we would rotate, and try not to saturate the market with it, but they were all people that liked DMB, for instance, and that literally jumped. I mean, it was rocketed. Like, we'd get 200, 300 organic likes just like that with people that would actually engage with my content.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I haven't necessarily put money into Facebook just because this is like a vape shop, so it's a tobacco product, so I could never, Facebook won't even let you in a way.
Wow.
But I've I know other artists that put a lot of money into their Facebook, and those numbers have been able to, like, they're not, whether they're fake, you know, they've been able to do these shows and stuff like that because it's like kind of like like a perception kind of thing, you know, where they're kind of like fucking with people. They're like, oh, look, I got 50,000 views on this, but really, in my opinion, you probably got like 1,000, 2,000, if that, you know.
Yeah, the Facebook, they're like the way they, you know, analyze like 3-second views to 10-second views, like that rate to what you actually see is pretty, you know, it's a lot different, you know. Not sure, I can't remember the stat. I was reading something the other day about it, but you know, right now Facebook is fixing to start doing ads on these live videos after, like, I guess a 20-second, you know, consistent view. That's going to pop up an ad, you know, and they're going to apparently pay a percentage of revenue to the creators, which is that
it's pretty cool.
Can make some money from these live streams, you know, and
which will take market share away from YouTube Live and, you know, even YouTube channels in general. So they're trying to bring it all into one platform.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, yeah, they want you to stay within Facebook, you know, which is, I mean, they got a big market.
Yeah,
1.8 billion active users.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I hate it, but it's a powerful tool, and if you're not using it, it's going to be tough.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some gear. So this is what you use for bass and coffee and bass?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, at the house, yeah. You know, like turntables.
What's the history behind these guys? Because it looks like there's a lot of miles on them.
They're currently, they're a friend of mine's, Nasty Nate. Hanging on to him for him while he's out, you know, out and about. I think he's out of town right now. But yeah, you know, started old school before controllers and digital. It was wax, period, you know. And now that today, you know, you know, through technology, you know, Tractor and Serato, you can use time code and get, you know, the feel of actual vinyl and playing it digitally.
So how do you feel about, like, not like being a purist, you know, but do you have necessarily a preference in how you want to play?
I guess if I had a writer sheet, you know what I mean, or was that, you know, that's I would prefer turntables, but, you know, of course, industry standard today, you know, those
CDJs,
you know, which is cool, you know. When I kind of got back, you know, like when digital like happened, and I was like, I need to learn on all platforms, so I don't run into this problem. Like when I get to the venue, like, oh God, the record blocks or Tractor this or Serato that, or oh my God, you know, like I don't want to worry about that. And you know, if you're a professional DJ, you should be able to play on all platforms and be ready for
whatever circumstances that come across. Like, really, you can play on anything.
Yeah, pretty much can. You know, I'll jam out in the Burger King bathroom. Let's go.
Pull out the iPad and start mixing right there.
Let's go tube down the river.
Start a new live series. DNB Poops Public Places. So if you were to create that, this is a question I've been loving asking, but if you were to create like a environment for you, like the perfect environment for you to play at, what would it be?
This is a perfect environment. Probably at a buddy's house with, like, you know, 10 or 12 of my good friends, you know. That would probably be, I've played in front of, you know, lots of people, and, you know, a few thousand, and I've played in front of, you know, 10, and probably there's been more times I've had better vibes with those 10 people than I have, you know, out there doing that, you know.
Yeah. So kind of like what Bottom Bracket was the other night, because we were all vibing. That was a great fucking night.
Oh, man,
that was awesome.
Bass Boss, every second Fridays, Bottom Bracket, D&B Heroes.
Which this is going to be released. We're recording this Sunday, released on Tuesday, Thursday. We have y'all playing at Southtown.
Southtown 101 for a Liquid D&B night. It's hosted by Alyssa Rose.
Shout out to Alyssa Rose. But she's going to be on a future episode, and we're going to talk about promoting and things like that. I'm very excited about that.
Sweet. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go do that. It's gonna be myself, Proudgenic, Mighty Monks. I think Crucial D is on that one, and yeah, it's gonna be straight liquid rollers. You know, all the pretty stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all the ladies' music.
Yeah.
Sexy jazzy music. So
what's the difference between liquid DnB and DnB? What are the different subgenres of DnB? If there's too many, we don't gotta get into it.
No, it's not even that. You know, it's like subgenre.
Yeah.
It's like
it gets
what I say right here. Everybody be like,
no, I never noticed like how many subgenres.
Yeah, there's flavors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, but the ones that I'm, there's jump up, there's liquid, there's like tech step. There's minimal, halftime DnB, which is one of my big favorites, and Nero Funk and Liquid Funk and all of this.
Ooh, Liquid Funk sounds good.
Yeah, it's
I want to hear send me some of those tracks. I'm like,
I will.
Yeah,
definitely send you some people that throw off that flavor.
Yeah.
But those are just some of them. You know what I mean? My favorites though are I like the rollers, liquid rollers, jungle, of course the old school before drum and bass, jungle came first, and then drum and bass later. And with jungle, that means great. The Almond Drake, the resounds,
I got a lot of research to do.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. 25 years drum and bass has been. I think Fabio and Groove Rider just had celebrating 25 years. Yeah.
Nice. So 210 has a lot coming up. You want to get or just the DnB community in San Antonio has a lot coming up.
Yes, it's really strong. It's coming along really. Really
plug some dates.
Right now, Thursday we got the Liquid DnB night, and then South by Southwest I'll be doing a set and also doing a discussion on the scene production for the American Jungle, which is a documentary that's movie that some friends out of Denver with the American Jungle, they did a full-length documentary on North American drum and bass.
Nice.
They're releasing it, and they're doing the tour with it, and they're back in South by, and there's gonna, it's on Wednesday, from noon to 6, right there at 5th and Cars, the old Geisha Lounge, right there. Guys, if you're out there, come stop by.
It's gonna be a fun. That sounds like a fun little event.
Oh man, it's gonna be real fun. Really honored to be a part of it. They did a lot of interviews with a lot of big artists and stuff, doing that. And I know Jeremy he's put a lot of hard work and stuff into making that, so it's pretty big. Yeah.
And then the DnB Expo.
Oh yes, the DnB, SA DnB Expo. Yes, that's going to be out that's June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Yeah, 3 days. We got workshops, drum and bass workshops. Things covering like the history, and I'll be doing a class production, like breaking down a drum and bass tune. And we're gonna have Dave Owens out as our headliner along with Soap Killers. Yeah, it's gonna be a treat, and he decided to stick around for the workshops, which is going to be real fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think the workshops will be held at I don't know if it's Sam Ash or maybe at another location. Don't hold me against that one, but in due time, everyone will.
More information will come out slowly.
Yeah, and the workshops are all ages, you know what I mean? Like anyone can come out for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there any shout outs you want to do before we close it up?
Yes, definitely. I want to give shout outs to 210 Platoon, man. My boys there. 210 Recordings, Mad Classy, Texas Dub, DMU Radio, Recon Drum and Bass. Junglist Worldwide, man. Big up. San Antonio, thank you.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
Oh, right on, dude. I'm glad that I got to meet you and learn more about the music and the scene here, because it's really interesting. It's just how intricate it is. I fucking love it. You know, and it's really cool to listen and to see you guys. You know, the whole 210 platoon. You guys are pretty much family essentially.
We are. We're a very tight unit, and
yeah.
you know, we are family.
Y'all have people come out during a tornado storm. You know, so y'all were all tight. Is there like there's a tornado out? Fuck this shit. We got some DME playing. We're gonna dance in the rain, kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
that was birthday action, man.
Yeah,
definitely. That was good. That was fun, though. You know,
fun night. But I hope you guys enjoyed episode 31 of After Hours, and we will see you soon.
That's right.
Hope with some more 210 platoon guys in the future.
Yes,
yeah, we'll start.
Lux would be really good. To come out. Any of the guys. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'll
send you the list again, and then we can you can pass it along around.
Cool, I'll definitely reach out to them. They would enjoy it, man, and they could use it. Anyway, 210recordings.com. OverlyMedicated DMB. Get you some.
Yeah. Y'all have a wonderful day. Wait. I was just like, what the fuck is 12?